Hello everybody. Good morning or good afternoon or good evening, depending on what time it is for you where you are. Happy Saturday, I think. It's the 12th. I don't know, I'll check the WoW calendar when I log in. That'll work. How you guys doing? Welcome, welcome. There's like more cute stuff. Oh, well, some of it fell over. I was gonna say there's more cute stuff on the shelf. How come the angle doesn't show it? But I think it puts me too far to the side. And I'd scooch this way, but there's furniture. Hello! Welcome back to Hazel's Alt Leveling Extravaganza. Bonanza. I've decided that I want her to wear something silly. She's been wearing something serious for the first 60 levels, and I'm gonna keep leveling. I'm gonna level as fast as I can with all my might, but I want to put her in something goofy. So I wanted to look at like what else I had. And see if there's something that I haven't really worn yet that really speaks to me. She could wear a swimsuit, you know, get a nice little tan. I don't really see why not. She could be a pirate. She could be, you know, we've got some Love Witch stuff. Bet you don't see that on an undead every day. Good day. You know, just because her legs don't make it to her knees doesn't mean she can't show them off in the summer, right? Let's see. What about that? And then we'll take the shoulders off. You know, let her get a little bit of sunshine. And then the sandals are great. I think her staff should be something maybe like a nice shovel. Yeah, we've got good shovels. That's good for the beach. That's always fun. There's also a ladle. Makes a little bit less sense. Do I want to have this on? The hat's cute though. The hat does add something to it. It's always summer somewhere. Listen, it is April the 12th and I am fully getting ahead of myself in regards to seasonal changes. Oh, she could have a crown. All right. Sure, it's 26 gold. Why not? It's cheaper to log when you're leveling than when you're not. I don't know why I haven't been wearing a crown this whole time. This is phenomenal. All right, I had some quests out here. They were okay, actually. They weren't awful. I was just going to pick up the rest of them. I wanted to go back to Orgrimmar to find out what my mystery quest was, but it's going to be kind of a project to go back to Orgrimmar, so maybe we don't do that. Glenda, the good witch mug. I just want spring to start. So far, it has been a lie. Oh, man, I wish I could share some of this sunshine. There is some bright, warm sunshine. It was like 12, 13 yesterday. Scarlet. Those are dungeon quests. I'm not gonna do dungeon quests. Who do I look like over here? We're in a hurry. We're absolutely in a hurry. And then when we get tired of here, we can just go ahead and do a little bit of, if we get tired of here, we can go ahead and do a little bit of Hinterlands questing. All I need to make it to is 70, and then I can start War Within, and I fully intend to do that today. So, off and away. I didn't pick up the quest. No. Yeah, it's okay. I got enough quests. Morning, fellow nerds. Good morning. Living vicariously from my friends in warmer places, sharing photos of their flowers and other lovely things. I've been slowly picking and choosing victims off my balcony of plants that I want to rehome, and then been giving them away. And it's a bit sad, but not that sad, because I'm shockingly good at letting go of stuff. And it's nice to think that maybe someone else will appreciate them. And even if they don't, it's nice for the plants that I am keeping to have some breathing room. I have a tendency, especially with plants, of just collecting. And sometimes things can end up a little overcrowded and there's not a whole lot of room to maneuver between things. So it's been nice to give my plants a little bit of space, a little breathing room around them. Ditto for stuff on my counter. You know, nothing like a good declutter. Even if I don't move, at least it'll be a nice spring cleaning. Did you hear about some streamers spending 22 hours in the new SOD raid and still not completing? I did not hear that. That's wild. That is an awful long time to stay at your desk. I feel like my legs would hate me. I applaud the commitment, and I worry for blood clots. Such a great gift for people who appreciate them. Sure, you're making their new owners happy. They're lovely. They're always a journey, you know? They're always going somewhere and coming somewhere. And even if they die, they still, like, you know, enrich someone's life for the duration that they were alive. It's lovely. It's heritage armor? It's something warlocky. It's something to do with warlocks. Because the quest is like, do you want to be a warlock? Despite the fact that we've been a warlock for a while. We will check it out next time we're back in Orgrimmar, but that might be some time. I wish that these things were just a little bit more clumped up. Let's see if we can pull a bunch of them here. 3, 4. I do cap myself at 5 though, because otherwise I tend to get myself into trouble. And I'll do this one, and then maybe some of this. Yeah, that'll do. There we go. A couple more pieces of worm meat. Worm meat. But yeah, this is a this is a fun outfit. I feel like I haven't really enjoyed the summer bikini muggins much. I don't know if the pink one was trading post, or the pink one may have actually been from Siren Isle. I know there's some recolors of that stuff out there. Lovely. We got a couple of herbs to pick up. We've got... I'm so excited to get to 70, because then I can get into delves. I mean, we could have been doing time walking this whole time, but I don't really want to do time walking. I don't want to mess with it. I'm all good. I could, even if I did, I mean, I guess I could do one. It would give me 200 time walking badges. Oh, you know what? Time walking's not even up. I'm dumb. Or it's either not up or it's not gonna let me, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I didn't want to do it anyway. Can't believe I actually used my rookery portal just now. Listen, it's the fancy Dornagal Hearthstone. It's the Dornagal Hearthstone for elite, esteemed, and, you know, for the discerning teleporter. That's how you get to Dornagal. I was going to say we got a little bit of rested, but we do not have a little bit of rested anymore. One night's worth of rested don't last so long. Hearth down in Pandaria. Why not? Okay, pop this one in. I know that the Ruins of the Scarlet Enclave has like a nice little set of straightforward like kill and collect quests, so I think that's probably my next stop. Yeah, this one seemed easy enough. They at least had the decency to have a nice drop rate. Lovely. 61. New talent point. Soul Rot. Oh, sure. Why not? It's another button. Current target, 4 targets nearby. Alright, fine. Fine. Unlocks the 4 fiend customizations for your imp. Oh. So we can do Northdale. We'll do Brotherhood of the Light. We're going to head over this way. I want to keep moving. I want to keep motoring. I want momentum. Hello. It's kind of extra fun when all the NPCs are all dressed all serious. Scarlet Crusader's Slain. Okay, let's do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 at most. And a little Seed of Corruption. What's that? That's Oblivion. This is Soul Rot. But they're all dead, so I'm gonna have to pull new ones and Soul Rot them instead. Evening, how you doing today? Good evening. I'm doing good. I am keeping it moving. We're motoring. I woke up this morning and I had one of those days where I was like, I'm just getting out of bed. The world can't hold me back. Soul Rot. The reason I know about Soul Rot is because a million years ago when I used to PvP, my add-on, Gladiator Losa, would call out abilities and it would often talk about Soul Rot. Which makes me think it must have had some damage to do. Oh, you have a toy that will teleport you somewhere close to Org. You would think. You would think. I wonder if she can use like a dungeon teleport. There might be something that gets me somewhere, but we'll figure it out. We'll, if I get to, actually, you know what's going to happen is if I get to 70, I'm going to get a quest item that'll just teleport me straight back to Org, and then we bypass the whole mess admirably at that point. I think I'm going to start on the roof. I just need to stop getting hung up on the gutter here. Here we go. Woke up. Had a kip. I was going to say I know this one, but I don't. I'm assuming in this context we're talking about a nap and not like a potato. I mean, I guess you could take a nap and then have a potato. You get it at 68. Wow. Just struck me how fast you leveled this tune. The experience curve is kind of funny because it did not seem very linear. It seemed like it started out kind of slow and then got faster, which is the opposite of how it used to seem. I always kind of felt like you used to blow through the early levels really quickly and then you would get to like 35, 40 and you would start to really slow down. And I had the exact opposite experience. Like it was kind of slow up to maybe 30, 35-ish and then it just took off. I'll take it. No problem to me. We need to loot a few things, don't we? Let's see. Maybe something from the basement. I feel like this quest wants me to really go everywhere in this particular building. Yep, that's the stuff. I guess I should just Oblivion. Yeah. I like Affliction. It's going well for me. Things aren't going well for him. We're gonna leave. Crimson Boar. Scarlet Salvage. Find these artifacts within the barracks. Okay. They're around somewhere. Oh, there they are. There they are. We're good. I'm pretty sure I've done the rest of the weeklies that I wanted to do on all of my 80 characters. I think I've gotten through the bulk of them. I think they're more or less sorted. So I have... It's kind of fun sometimes to log on and just have like a single-minded focus for something like alt leveling, you know. Places to do. Massive Warlock buffs on Tuesday. Excited. Nice. Hello, Electros. How you doing? Happy Saturday. Hope everybody's weekend off to a roaring good start. Love having gaming projects. It reminds me of a simpler time, I think. Whenever I get into something like this, it reminds, you know, leveling has changed over the years, but it hasn't changed that much. So this is kind of a nostalgic thing to do because at the end of the day, it's not that different from what you would have done if you woke up on a Saturday in 2012 and you wanted to like level an alt. This is pretty similar. Very good point. Sometimes I like the end game and I like all the dailies and the reps and I like the different farms and collectibles. But sometimes it's refreshing to have something a little bit more straightforward with more easily understood, you know, paths to the goals and goals to complete. Where on earth do we think that turns in? Maybe in the... Well, you know, that's actually kind of a tricky one. Oh, out front. That's good. Okay. I didn't want to have to figure out which room inside the thing they were going to have me go into. Look at all that experience. We're level 62. Happy about that. Do I want soul shards refunded? I suppose so. Why not? I don't feel like I'm spending them anyway. Buff and cartel rep gains by 100%? For like an event or for keepsies? How excited am I? How excited should I be? How cynical should I be? Oh, there's a rare in here. Oh, she's dead. Okay. Canadian spirit and alt leveling. It's also Easter sometime soon, isn't it? Are there bunny rabbits around or something? Don't think it's just for the event. Yeah, that'll be good then. That'll be very nice, especially if we're planning on really grinding out everything involved. Next weekend, 4-day weekend, so ready. Nice. Okay. I'm excited because on my weekend coming up on my Monday, Tuesday, should I take this portal? Oh, I can't. Oh, I don't take it. Okay, that's good. I was about to be worried if it was going to take me somewhere mysterious. We're just opening it up. On my weekend, I'm going to see another house. See about a house. You know, fingers crossed. Hope it's good. Another big adventure. Moose is going to be furious with me because he's going to have to stay home and take his nap without me around. Terrible. Buffed all rep from rare side gigs, weekly quest, world quest by 100%. Happy about that. That's a healthy buff. That is a... It's nice. I wonder if they always had a plan to do it on that timetable and they just can't, they don't want to like announce that kind of thing from the get-go because then people won't want to farm it all until the buff comes out, or if they were planning on leaving it alone and then they evaluated and went, you know what, this is unreasonable, because it seems like such an easy hit of like PR goodwill to do something like that, so it always benefits them to start it off a little stingy. I'm not really raging against this machine or anything. It's just kind of funny, making me want to play my undead alt. I don't know why I don't put them in bikinis more often. You know, let them live. Let your spine see a little sunshine. Rohan the assassin. Would you care to assassinate me at some point? I know where this. It's up here, I think. There's a lot of buildings that they reuse in the game, and this one has not seen that much use. There's one in Northshire, there's this one. There's gotta be more of them, but this particular like map of church building, I feel like doesn't really come up very often. There it is. That's where we're going. With the fantastic hat. Sunshine Spine sounds like a band name. Nice block. Thank you. I figured I would have some fun today. I don't know if the shovel goes with it, but I don't know that the shovel doesn't go with it, you know. So something to be said for novelty. I wonder, I was gonna say I should mog a key, but I don't think I have any of the key mogs. I don't think I actually did that.
What can I do for you?
Lovely, lovely. It's perfect. Guild full of undead living their best lives. One in Wrath, maybe Borean Tundra. That does ring a bell, because you had to literally ring the bell in it, didn't you? We need to kill Crusader Lord Valdemar. Vadelmar, pardon me. I love this area because the quests are so straightforward. Go here, kill this guy, this guy, this guy, this guy. Go 1, 2, 3, 4. Boop, 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 boop. Let's maybe Soul Rot. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Aff is fun. I like this. This is great. Undead has a shovel and is a total queen. Love the transmog. Scarlet Aryan Dragonblight near the coast. Oh, I made it. Made it out of here. Alright, back to Light's Hope Chapel. That was lovely and fast. That put us almost to 63. Just about a third of what we're doing today. I don't remember what the Eastwell Tower quests are like, but we can check them out and see if they're reasonable. I think I remember what the skips are. We're definitely not doing the fish thing. There's like a swimming quest around here that sucks. Great, great, great. What else do I want? Which of these do I want to go for? Crits from have a chance to grant Nightfall. Target affected by your soul rot. I don't know. It doesn't really matter. I'm going to import a talent build when I get to 80. That'll fix all of my sins here, but... and Raymond George. What do you want now? Are you back because of something that I did? Oh no, it's the dungeon quest, isn't it? Yep, that's a dungeon quest. Don't mind me. Don't mind me. Okay. This one. I should probably, well, here. How many percent of a bar? We go from 5%, we pick our flower. 7%. It's gone from 3 down to 2. It's now 2% of my level to do an herb, so it would be like 50 if I wanted to do it just with gathering. Wouldn't take super long, but I do think questing is still faster. Although it's hard to say no when they're right in front of me. I cleaned up my bags off stream and I sold a bunch of stuff. I may have some gold. Maybe I picked it up already. How much gold do I have on me? 3,700, something like that. Okay. Yeah, there's definitely some kill quests in the Plaguewood, but I don't recall if they're terribly efficient or not. There's good ones in the Hinterlands. I guess by 65 I can just go to the Hinterlands because it's not going to be a far flight.
Open for business. What? No tip?
Open for business.
Time is money, friend.
Oh yeah, that seems fine. 1 guy, kill 11 guys. What would you like? 30 Moss Slayer eyes? Sure. We can do that. Oh, I forgot I have arachnophobe mode on. This is good. Let's do this. Seed of Corruption, Vile Taint, you know, Soul Rot, Rapture. We don't even need to cast anything else. That's all you really gotta do. Quests are faster. Oh, shiny. Yeah. Gosh, Haunt is doing so much damage right now. It's almost one-shotting things. It is, on occasion, one-shotting things. That's awesome. Yeah, I don't even get to cast my UA. One more guy, and then that little quest area is done. Yeah. That's all we had to do there. Where's Borrelgore? Borrelgore's kind of a mushroom name. 400. 400. This might be worth it just like experience-wise. If I can stand in a spot and just farm things, that's not bad. Just tab haunt, tab haunt, tab haunt. Any zone that you've liked leveling through in particular? I very much enjoyed my time in Hillsbrad. What else? Silverpine was actually nice too. It's been a long time since I've done Silverpine completely. I don't usually finish those quests, so doing the end of the zone was really nice. Original Azeroth is still my favorite in general. Yeah, me too. I could do expansions. If I had to pick an expansion to level in that wasn't like these, you know, the old zones, then I would probably do Cataclysm expansion zones, you know, like a Hyjal and Oldham and whatnot, but these are my favorite for sure. I feel like this was just a really nice, straightforward era of questing. It was almost... Kata and then WoD had very on-rails questing, which is maybe not the most creative thing, but it is certainly efficient. You know, you go here, you pick up your 3 quests, you kill, you collect, you find something. You go here, you pick up 3 more quests, you kill, collect, and find something. Oh, hello. There's a rare over here. Oh, and he's dead. Can't explain it, but I love... Vashir? Vashir. Oh. Did Silverpine recently, was shocked at how good the ending was. Apparently had never done it before. There's one quest sort of in the back third of the zone that was an RP quest that takes solidly 5 minutes to complete. And you're not doing anything but waiting for the RP in that time. You're following characters and you're just waiting for them to finish talking. So I understand why I don't often get past that breakpoint, because from just an efficiency standpoint it sucks. But I'm glad I stuck with it this time because it was cool to be able to do the rest of the zone. Let's do maybe this, and this, this, and these guys, of course. And then we can get these on. Maybe a little of this. Uh-oh, I've been sheeped. Or hexed. Frogged. Ribbit. Love another underwater zone. That's a thought. That is a take. I like that we had Nazjatar because it was an underwater zone where I didn't have to swim very much. I like it just fine when they're not making me swim. Okay. Turn all these in. Back at the tower? Back at the tower. Yeah, you had a seahorse. It wasn't so much the speed, it was the navigation. I would get lost. And this still happened to me in other Z-axis zones, like Waking Shores in Dragonflight was a flying zone that had a lot of stuff that was like up and down and around and under and like a lot of caves and pillars and stuff. And that was frustrating too, but Nazjatar was like the peak worst of it for trying to figure out where you were going and why things were aggroing you from above and below, and yeah, not my favorite format. I'm glad they don't do it all the time.
Victory lies ahead.
Okay. What do you want? You want Gidwin's prayer book. Oh.
By the light of grace.
Gidwin buddy. That's level 64. It's only 9:30 in the morning. And I took time to transmog. Excellent. There's a lot of herbs around here, but we're not going to worry about it. We're getting Gidwin's prayer book back. Oh, hello, kitty cat. You went up? Kind of a rhetorical question. She's so cute. She'll put her front paws up on my chair and she'll just tap my elbow. Like, knock, knock, anyone home? Man, these rares are great. You went up? Here, let me smooth out the blanket for you. Hi, sweetie. It's okay, there's room. There's room. It's a good idea, I promise. Oh, there's this book. Can't be anything worse than them all. Especially as a fresh player experience. Remember when they made us walk? Oh my goodness. Do you think Cryptic is a cat lady? She could be a crazy cat lady. That's the title that we have too. There you go. Hi, sweetie. Alright. Impatience turns in. Oh my gosh, I'm pressing all the buttons over here. This way. Back at the tower. Trying to finish some WoD garrison stuff like the fishing shack. I think Remix would be so chill, and I'm sad we're not getting it next. Legion's gonna be a lot. I get why they did Legion first. It's like a much more popular expansion for people's nostalgia. Do I want to ride the caravan again? I don't know that I do. I think I'm gonna nip out of here. And I'm gonna go to the Hiawatha Research Station. Ah, it's only 3,000 yards. We'll be there in a hurry. Hated the Shadowlands intro because there was no skip. Yeah, they did add one eventually, but it took them so long to add it. I played through that a lot. I remember being really excited when I first got my account-wide maw mounts, because then at least you could ride a mount around the intro. on like a Shadehound. I got the bound Shadehound from the Torment Tower, or whatever it was that they called it in Torghast. Whoever decided to do first mod endgame must have hated the game and wanted to die. I mean, it set the tone for Shadowlands for sure. If they said we're going to hell, they really meant it. That's why I didn't really play alts in Shadowlands. Yeah. Hi, kitty. Hi. You're cute. You're real cute. I'm not going to do the fuse light thing. They do kind of port you down there. They put you on a rocket that then goes through like a little teleport so they don't make you fly all the way down the coast. That's why I stopped playing in Shadowlands. I skipped the first patch endgame outdoor stuff. Like the Maw. the Maw dailies and the... What was her name? Venari, the Venari rep in the first patch for like sockets and stuff. I just straight up did not do it. I gave that a big no thank you. They made a big deal about how lucky I was to escape the Maw, and I took that seriously. Alrighty. We're going to abandon this one. Drop that. Oh, hi, kitty.
I am forsaken.
Never would have been able to get the meta when it was limited time. We need some spiders, which I have a feeling are about to be crabs. Go get ourselves some crab eggs. I guess you know what? I actually don't really know much about how crabs reproduce. I feel like there's eggs involved, but I don't know if they're laid like a spider would. I know that shrimp just kind of pump out little shrimpies. Like she carries the eggs around with her, and then she uses her little tentacle-y thingies to, not tentacle, she's got like these little, I forget what they're called, there's a word, she like uses those to aerate her eggies. Because you'll see a little mama cherry shrimp like carrying around her eggs. Maybe one day I'll do an invertebrate tank again. That would be fun. I was thinking about if in my next place I might do aquarium in my office again, because I miss aquarium in my office. That was fun. I have it in my kitchen right now, and that's nice too, but office aquarium was lovely. Especially because I think I'm maybe a little bit more relaxed now, and like I'm still going to take good care of the tank, but I don't think I'm going to have the same existential crisis if something goes like a little bit wrong. I think I'm a little bit more chilled out about it. Hopefully. I didn't think we were going to be looting all these things from chests. I kind of figured I was going to have to kill somebody. Okie dokie. Man, I think we're for sure starting War Within today. It'll only take us half an hour to get 60 to nearly 65. I think we're cruising. Oh, hang on. There's a dude. Turn around. Stop the truck. Or, pardon me. Alts feel better than ever. I'm gonna have to learn how to play other Warlock specs too. I didn't switch at all while I was leveling. I guess I don't normally. Normally I'll play one spec for all of leveling, and then if I ever mess with any more of them, I'll either make another alt, or maybe mess around with them at max level, but usually I'll just make another alt. I wonder if I should do just like a little tiny little tour, just a little flyby to see if maybe some of these other rares are up. Because it doesn't take very long. Oh yeah. And it's good XP. It's really good XP. It's like a half a quest just to kill the one thing if you just see it up. This Warlock with pink hair? And that's what we're doing. Maybe the other one's empty. For most crabs, carry the eggs on them until they hatch. What do crabs look like when they're very, very baby? Do they look just like grown-up crabs, but they're really tiny? Are they all like squishy and lumpy? Oh, yeah, it's all up. A little cliff jumper. Nice, there's level 65. And we've officially killed all 3 of the rares in this part of the zone. What would I like to do? Yeah, sure. She's in her pink hair era. She's had pink hair this whole time. Baby crabs look like smaller adult crabs, pretty much. Should we see if Witherheart the Stalker is up? It's not a very nice name. Witherheart has a mother. Oh, Witherheart is not up. Oh, yes, he is. He's just stalking. He almost got me. There you go. We'll check maybe Ratharok the Berserker. You know, bless Rare Scanner. This has been very helpful. These are casters, aren't they? This is gonna be kind of annoying to group up. Oh, they're casters. No, they hurt real bad. Oh no. Oh, oopsies. Okie dokie. Oh dear. Learned something. My fault for sure. I didn't use any of my defensives. I wasn't carrying a health stone. I hadn't used a soul stone. I definitely messed up. I did not expect those to deck me that hard though. Hardcore challenge invalidated. Rest in pepperonis. I am making up my route as I go. I am drawing on my knowledge of different places that I have enjoyed or found efficient to level in the past. There is a rare up there. All right, you hang on. One caster at a time. Those lightning bolts deck. Holy moly. Those are outsized damage. But yeah, I'm just kind of improvising. Yeah, those are normal mobs. I think maybe if I was going to make excuses, I think perhaps their cast is a little bit not scaled correctly. Their lightning bolt does a lot more damage than other things at this level. But you know, it's just me making excuses. We just do one at a time. Now we know. Also, I swear that the guy was up. We saw him, didn't we? He around? What's his name? His name was Retharok. /Reth. He is up. Target marker. Oh, there he is. Found him. Shockingly powerful. That's Oblivion. I have so many different buttons that I can cast to like make somebody take more damage once I have all my dots on them, but by the time I have all my dots on them, everybody's already dead. Excellent. We haven't even started doing this quest. I was heading this way. We need cocooned victims who I for a moment thought might be coconut victims. You know, they stood under a coconut tree, fell on their heads. Ouchie. Let's do this. I'm like a little nervous to overpull now. If one thing is scaled weirdly in this zone, it's possible that more things could be as well. Did I not? Oh, it didn't pop. I was like, where's my corruption? I cast a seed of corruption. It didn't pop. Whoops, it daisy do. Okay. Let's see. All these cocoon victims are definitely the people I'm looking for, right? None of them are going to be decoys that are going to fight me once they get broken out. Oh, is there a chest? Yeah, those sturdy chests give experience. Let me see. Nice. Yeah, it's basically like killing a rare or doing a quest. Also, blue BOE. Worth about 10k-ish, maybe. We'll see. Give it to Flabby to sell. Just realized these are actually spiders. What do you mean? They're crabbies. Pinch, pinch. Love the crabs. The way they've done them in the game, I think they are 6 legs, which is not like how crabs normally are. But then again, WoW's never been very concerned with the zoologically correct number of legs. You can take a look at a crocolisk and have a think. Imagine if it was worth 1 gold. 1 copper. I mean, that would be a copper I get to keep. Let's have some water. I know that... Actually, I'm going to Google this to make sure so I don't sound stupid. Yeah, I know that crabs have 10 legs. Decapods or whatever. But I wonder what the average number of legs on crabs is, because in my experience, having met crabs, you know, crabbing in tide pools and whatnot, is that it is really not unusual for a crab to be down several legs. They seem to go through a decent amount of leg-based trauma, and they can kind of carry on with like less than 10, assuming that they can still like walk and get away and stuff. I didn't, but I never counted. All I know is they're delicious. Maybe that's why they evolved to have 10 extras. Maybe. Without spoiling anything, I started the new season of Black Mirror last night and I watched one episode and it was so good and I never want to watch it again. It was perfect Black Mirror and I feel ill. That is all I will say, because I don't want to spoil anything for anybody, but like I need people to understand. Is Black Mirror scary? It's not scary in like a jump scare sense usually. It's not done like a horror movie, but it's unnerving in like a icky kind of way. Yeah, Common People, that's the one that I watched. Does this alt have a purpose? Will she have professions? Purpose is to farm chet lists and to get gear out of delves and to maybe catalyze tier set for transmog. Professions are probably just going to be gathering unless I decide to do something else. If I was ever going to have a tailor, it would be this character. But I don't know that I'm going to have a tailor. What is it they want me to do at this temple? I'm here. You want me to do something? Use the idol. Oh, it's right there. I didn't see it. Will it make you question humanity? Sometimes. Sometimes it makes you... there's a lot of allegories and commentary, I guess, in the subtext about various, systems and paradigms in our modern world that are upsetting. And it's usually when Black Mirror is at its best and grossest is when it's shining a really accurate light on something that we've come to accept that is just really disgusting. Best 5 so far for me of the season. Heard good things, preferring wild animated things right now, like the new Devil May Cry. Yeah, I would save the Black Mirror for when you are in the mood to feel real. It's good, but like you got to be in the right mood for it. If you're having a bad day and you want something to cheer you up, maybe some people will turn to that. I don't know. I don't like it. I like it was great content, but I did not like how it made me feel. Instead of idle, you idle? Black Mirror edging closer to reality? Or is reality edging unnervingly closer to Black Mirror? Okay. Look, it's Shadra! It's arachnophobe mode Shadra, that's funny. Let's do Soul Rot, and then Oblivion, and then Rapture. Oh no, she's dead. Okay. Is that a Loa that I just killed? It might have been. The crab Loa, right? I have not watched Yellow Jackets. I am being very picky about which streaming services I'm subscribed to, and I'm kind of trying to do, I guess, 2 at a time, because right now I have Netflix and I have Apple TV Plus, because I'm also watching Ted Lasso, which is a lovely palate cleanser after Black Mirror. But I canceled Prime, and I'm gonna probably not touch HBO or Crave or anything else for a while, because I'm really trying to watch my budget. Oh, look at all that stuff in Reventusk Village. Also, we're level 66. Hi, kitty. Hi, sweetheart. Do I want Soulburn? It's like a... use a soul shard. I don't think I want to do that. Let's do that one instead. Well, now with Prime, you have to pay more to not have ads. I did not watch Wheel of Time on Prime. I read the books, and that was good enough for me. Fantasy shows are real hit and miss for me.
What now?
I'm not... I wash out of a lot of them. Season 3 is amazing. Okay, so we need to burn tiki masks with a torch. Did they give me the torch? They did. Hi. Yeah, it's just more fragmented than cable, still riddled with ads. Yeah, it did have a golden era for a hot minute there, but sadly was not to last. Okay. Just Netflix, share with a friend, other subs, or a couple of Twitch streamers. Yeah. One thing that kind of helped when I was cutting down on streaming services is, one, the thought that I can and do rotate them, so it's not like I have to give up on everything that one platform has ever done. I can always like turn it off and then resub and switch back to it later. And then secondly, there's only so many hours in a day, and then there's a smaller subset of them that are like leisure and recreational hours. And sometimes I just have to think about all of the other things that I can do to relax and enjoy my life in that time that are not necessarily just like watching streaming services. And then I realized I don't need so many options. You know, the options weren't actually making my life better. They were just costing me a bunch of money. But it is nice to have seen, especially when there's a show that's like a talking point among people. It's kind of nice to have seen the same thing that your friends are talking about. And some of them are genuinely very good. Hilarious to me that the first time I have ads on Netflix was during Common People. That would have freaked me out. That would have freaked me out so bad. Only watch things that I'm doing other things typically. One reason why streams work so well for me. Do not know how to sit still. Totally fine. It's a good day and age for that kind of thing. I know a lot of people use podcasts for that to kind of like fill space when they're doing chores or laundry or vacuuming or commuting or, you know, any number of these like places where we've got space to fill. If filling it is what you're after. I need to burn some more tiki masks, and I need to find some more witch doctors. And I need to be careful because I don't trust that these trolls aren't gonna kill me. Yeah, and they have a lot of health too. Let's do this. This. Yeah. Only have Netflix so I can watch wrestling. One thing I'm gonna have to figure out with canceling Prime is I'm gonna have to start like buying my dog food myself instead of having it brought to my door. And they're very heavy, but you know, like people, this is not a very big problem in the grand history of humanity. I'm sure I can put a bag of dog food on a cart and then get it to my car. It's not like I'm walking home with it. Besides, depending on where I move, I may end up moving someplace where it's harder to get stuff shipped, which I think might actually be really good for me because a lot of the stuff that I would get delivered is stuff that I didn't strictly need to get delivered. And then if you have that extra little bit of friction of like, well, you can still get this if you want it, but you're going to have to go to a place to get it, maybe you didn't need the thing so bad, you know? I feel like I could stand to live a little bit simpler and consume a little bit less stuff. And maybe it'll be good for me if that ends up working out. Got some mother mask. Delivery is still nice. I've gotten too used to it. It takes so much of the friction out of the process of buying something, and it doesn't leave you enough time to think 14 times about whether or not you really needed to spend that money. It's great for a lot of things, especially if you're, you know, there's a lot of reasons why it might be very much worth, especially grocery delivery is a huge one. Like that became a lot more widespreadly available after the rough part of the pandemic. And super, super nice. Like if I can spend like 10 or 20 bucks, not even 20, like $5 to $10 to have somebody like pick up my groceries and bring them to my door, of course that's worth my time. It takes a long time and a lot of energy and a lot of, especially like for somebody who's anxious, like a lot of social energy to get to the store and pick out all your... Man, it's those shadow casters. Shadow bolt. I mean, it was lightning bolts last time. You gotta watch out for this stuff. I can't fly right here, so I think I'm actually just gonna take the res sickness. It's only 60 seconds worth. Clean up my bags for a second here. That's a crumulent word if I've ever heard one. I'm Googling it. Crumulent. Crumulent is not a standard English word. It's likely a misspelling of a typo for cromulent. Okay, what does cromulent mean? Acceptable or adequate? Acceptable, satisfactory, or valid. Or maybe cromulent meant because it was botched a little bit. Speaking about the pandemic, I forgot we had one.
I have many lucky do's, Kahula.
My life didn't really change very much. I'm not a big go-router. Oh yeah, I'm gonna save that. Random Redshirt, thank you very much for the 56-month resub. Good morning, Hazel. I hope your Saturday is going well. Thank you very, very, very much. Don't feel like it was 5 years ago. Yeah. It both feels very recently and also like a lifetime ago. I know I'm not the only person that had like major life shakeups around and in and around that like space of a year or two. I need one more tiki mask. And then, oh, the spiders, I forgot. You gotta do the spiders. They're tiny and you have to loot them. I mean, you don't gotta do them, but it might be good. I'm trying to like look for a tiki mask. There's one. Maybe a little warlock pet. A little help here. Mangled life nut still hasn't fully recovered. Local grocery store started curbside pickup before COVID. Used that a couple times. Order online instead of grabbing random stuff off the shelf I don't need. Come out loaded in your trunk. That I've never tried, but it seems like a good idea. I'm not a big person for impulse buying things when I'm shopping, but I just don't like being in a store that's even remotely close to crowded. I can do it, I just hate it. So I end up doing my shopping at like the most off hour of off hours that I can find. And it used to be just because I like worked weekends and I took weekdays off for streaming that I could go basically any weekday in the middle of the day and it would be fine. But this city is big enough that the only time you're actually going to have quiet is either like first thing in the morning when it opens or late at night, like the last hour before it closes. Then it'll be kind of quiet, but like, or dinner time, you know. But midday and weekdays no longer sacred around here. There's the spiderlings. Okay, so I could just loot them. Do I want to do that? Yeah, because I think it's going to be important. So I'm going to kind of do little batches of like 2 mobs at a time. I don't want to pull too many. Okay, maybe one more. It's just the casters. It's just the casters you got to watch out for here. I like that when going to the gym too. Then everyone decided to go during the graveyard hours at 24-hour gyms. Yeah. Yeah, I know what you mean. I've been cleaning up my cupboards a little bit and I've realized that I have a huge stockpile of jam. I've received gift jam from several corners in my life over the last couple of years, and it apparently I don't eat jam, so I just store it because it's lovely and it's a lovely gift. But it just kind of sits in my cupboard or in the fridge, and then it just exists. I think I have like a peanut butter and jam sandwich or something, but I know I eat bread. I eat bread typically. I like savory bread. I like bread with like peanut butter or garlic. Any piece of toast is a piece of toast that could be garlic toast with the addition of some butter and garlic. There's not a whole lot of room for sweet stuff in there for me. But then it just means that I end up with a stockpile of jam. I suppose I could re-gift it, although I don't know how. I mean, it's a preserve. It lasts for a long time, especially if it's sealed. How does that happen? If you're a local, I could re-gift you my jam. Do you find you use Do you find any use out of all of your alts at 80? Love leveling alts, no reason to do that. Recently, I've taken to using them to get extra chet lists for Goblin Reputation. Or moving forward, if I ever end up done with Goblin Reputation, I can use them for working on the part-timer achievement. That's my main motivation. Also, it's kind of fun to play them at Delves a little bit, get Bran a little bit of extra experience, and then maybe collect endgame Mog via the Catalyst. Be kind of fun. One of those things I love, but don't keep it at home because it will mysteriously vanish the moment it enters my home. Would you say it's not your jam? I suppose so. Wife found a Korean pickled garlic and now we can't get enough of it. Good on plain yogurt if we're still doing yogurt. I have a bad habit of buying yogurt, eating a third of the container, and then forgetting it exists for like 6 weeks. And it's a bad habit because it costs like $8 to buy a container of yogurt. It's really expensive. But every now and then I'm like, oh, it's Greek yogurt. It's good protein. This is going to help me get my protein intake up because I struggle with protein intake. I'm a little bit too bread-based. Have it with biscuits. Use it to make homemade pastries. Get sick of yogurt. It's cold. It's really cold. But I don't want warm yogurt. That's gross. We're not trying to do that. When I eat things that are chilly, then I get chilly because they go in and then they make me cold from the inside out, and it's very hard for me to warm up. Eggs for protein. I eat those too. They're better here than they are in the States anyway, price-wise. But, or maybe it's just that they've been expensive for a long time and I'm just used to it. But, yeah, I do eat eggs, but I can only eat so many in a day. And the answer is generally about 1 before I don't want to eat them anymore. I did hear that they were increasing the goblin rep. I haven't looked at the update notes or anything, but people were telling me in chat. Chopped apple with my yogurt with a granola. Greek yogurt with vanilla and fruit. Yeah, this is just chilly. Malign omen. Yeah, okay. If you say so. We need a vial of branch berserker and then 5 vessels of tainted blood. Here's a berserker. What do eggs cost in Canadian money? So I'm spoiled, and I, whenever humanly possible, will spend extra to buy free range eggs. They taste better, and I love them. So I will spend typically somewhere in the range of 8 to 9 Canadian dollars, depending on where I'm shopping and if they're on sale for a dozen eggs, and I've done that for a long time. But they're yummy, you know, or if I can get farm fresh, then I'll do that instead. And I've been doing that for ages, you know, like when people talk about spending $3 for a dozen eggs, I haven't been doing that for a long time, but that's because I can, but I'm spoiled. I don't want to eat like a super cheap mass produced egg with like a pastel colored yolk. Like they're not yummy. Out balls. We have our own chickens. Very nice. I had my own chickens growing up, which is, well, they weren't mine, but my family had chickens growing up, which is what spoiled me for free range eggs. Is we had backyard chickens from my childhood, and it was a lot of work and it was a lot of mucking out coops on Saturdays, but the eggs were to die for. Vessels of tainted blood. Am I looting them from somewhere? Cheapest brands 4.5 a dozen. Organic or free range vary 7 to 10. Yeah, that's about what we're looking at here. So fun watching them. They all have personality. Yeah. I used to love watching them. After the rain, they would find worms, and one chicken would find a worm, and then it would start like chicken soccer. You know, like that chicken would be off to the races, and then like a dozen chickens would be chasing after it, and then somebody else would grab the worm, and they would all run after that chicken, and then they would tear the worm in two, and then there were 2 games going. They would just have a riot. They were fun to feed. They were fun to feed. We'd have like a cauliflower or a cabbage or something that was not bad, but like about to go off or something that we wanted to get rid of, and we would just kind of like chop it up or break it up and chuck it in the coop and just watch them snack. They were great for getting rid of extra kitchen scraps. There. Pecking order? Real thing? Early bird gets the worm. Sometimes I just go for the 18, go by price rather than quality. Friends who keep chickens as a hobby think they're up to 30. Last summer they had new hatchlings, and whenever they'd make a call, I'd hear beep beep. Baby chickens are extremely cute. They're so cute. We raised chickens a few times. We never hatched them. I think we tried once and it didn't work out, but we got chicks and we raised them a few times. And we would have the whole thing with like the cardboard box with the heat lamp, and oh, they were so cute. You would scoop up their poops with like a little plastic spoon to like keep their litter clean when they're that small. I feel myself melting every time I think about them. Babies. I have definitely slowed down, but it's because I'm not doing a good job of finding these tainted vessels. I know what they look like. I know what I'm looking for. But I'm nervous about pulling too many things at once because because sometimes things in the zone eat me. It's the little pots. The little stew pots. You got a little stew pot? You got a little stew pot? What about you guys over here? Any cauldrons of blood? No? Sometimes I get a bit stubborn with quests where it would be good sense to abandon it, but I don't want to because I'm like half done it already. Darn, where is... It's a big area. These shadowcasters are what you gotta be careful about. You definitely do a little bit less damage at a certain point. Different mobs. Oh, I was hoping there would be one over here. There were so many casters, I was kind of hoping they would have some. We head down this way. There's one. There we go. That's the one. We need just one more after that. Oh, hi, kitty cat. I have Miss Kira on my lap. She's purring. Alright, one more vessel. Here we go. Oh, it's like right by the quest giver. That works out. I will take it.
Be quick about your business. Hey there.
Perfect. All right. Up the hill. I'm nearly level 68, which I think is when they're going to give me the teleport, but I don't really want to go until 70. I'd prefer to wait until 70. I feel like we learned so much about goblins this patch, like how their natural habitat is a garbage pile. I don't know. I feel like we might have known that. If you know, we were able to play through the Kazan starting area in Cataclysm. that illustrated it pretty well. You even had your own car. I remember how cool it was that they gave you your own car to ride on the roads in Kazan when making goblins back in like the Cata beta. That was so mind blowing at the time. Oh, I found the chicken. Gone too far. Here we go. Do you think it'll be okay? Yeah, it'll be fine. Kazan had trees at least. What was your favorite part of Legion and what are you excited about doing in Remix? Ooh, favorite part of Legion. Maybe the raids. Raids in Legion were amazing. I really enjoyed those. Eternal, or not Eternal Palace. The Nightborn one. Emerald Nightmare. I don't really remember the last raid in Legion, but the first 2 tiers were real good. Do you think they'll bring back Mage Tower? I don't know. It would not surprise me if they did, because it's popular, but it would not surprise me if they didn't, because I don't know if it's in the spirit of Remix. I feel like Remix is all about just blowing through things super quickly without having to learn or get very good at them, which is kind of the opposite of the Mage Tower ethos. And because they've brought the Mage Tower back since Legion, and then it's like even something still available now, so it wouldn't surprise me if they just decided to skip it. Raids were awesome. Had a great group. Remember raid nights, doing dailies with the guild. And Taurus was super fun. That's right, that was what that raid was, in Taurus. I feel like I had a nice time collecting in Legion, maybe? You know, there was a lot of reputation mounts that I kind of enjoyed working on. There was Falcosaurs. There was a couple of good good cosmetic farms. A lot of the content in Legion actually wasn't super my cup of tea. It was one of my less good expansions in my rankings, which I know makes me sound like an insufferable hipster because everybody loved Legion, but I just didn't really connect with artifact weapons. I didn't really love artifact relics. I did not like the legendary system. Everything about endgame gear in Legion was rough for me. I did not. It didn't ruin the expansion for me, but it really did its darndest. Ongo here. But I think that Remix would be great because it would be a chance to not have to worry about any of that. Withered Army training was not peak for me. Yeah, Artifact Fishing Pole was fun. Class halls were not my thing. They were fine, but I wasn't super excited about my class hall or my class artifact or anything. The whole class identity thing kind of blew right by me. BFA artifact power was sort of similar, but it was less, I don't know, it didn't take up your weapon slot. Legion artifact weapons felt cheesy to me because it was all like, oh man, you are the only one worthy to wield this incredibly storied relic. You and every other paladin in the Paladin Discord or whatever. Like, it just felt like it was trying to gas me up for something really ridiculous. I know some people are into that, but it just took me right out of it. I'd rather be Nameless Adventurer, just for me. Free weapons, never had to RNG to loot. Hated that. I love looting weapons. I like looking for weapon upgrades. I think weapon upgrades are super fun. I like getting excited when I find one. I like choosing between main hand and offhand or staff. I don't know. I didn't like having that entire slot basically taken over by like an ego boost placeholder the whole expansion. But just personal, personal taste. Not to say that I'm right or anything. I love when they drop 2, they just don't for me. At least now if you really get into a stink with weapons, you can always craft one. But, yeah, that does suck. I could not get my legendaries, my good legendaries to drop in Legion on, like, the first tier. They wouldn't. I got almost everything else first. I was grinding and I just kept getting the most garbo legendaries. And it, like, really hurt me in raid for, like, a long time. Remember getting my first legendary from a Blingtron. They don't seem to like you. I've had a bad time with them, and I think part of it is that I'm part of the problem now, because legendaries have hurt my feelings so much that I'm now bitter about it, so like I will intentionally be antagonistic towards any legendary system because I think they're stinky and I don't get along with them. But I have... they just don't drop for me. They just don't happen for me. I only ever get the gimme ones, which I resent because they're gimmies. I think if they never did another legendary, it would be fine with me. But I wouldn't do that because I know other people are happy, and I'm not going to try and suck everyone else's joy out of life. Wasn't the meta strat to reroll a whole new character if your first legendary was bad? It might have been, yeah. You killed your lizard main, do the yeah. I mean, it just wouldn't drop for me. I rated the entire tier. And then some, and it just didn't drop. And then my entire guild was like, well, we collectively don't want to do this anymore, and I couldn't even blame them because it was deep into the tier, and I'm like, yeah, you know what? Never mind. I was an evoker, and I'm not anymore. See ya. I still don't have it. I, to this day, have a bunch of bad luck protection or whatever it is built up in that character, and I still don't have it because it hates me. Think your tune is broken? Oh, that's okay. I'm not worried about it until 70 anyway. Level 68. We've got all kinds of quests here in Reventusk Village. You know what I actually liked about the class stuff in Legion, though, was followers. I liked being able to equip a combat follower and have them come quest with me. That was fun. I was a priest, and I got Aelfalist. She was a banshee, and she would show up and she would say, "I am here to help!" And it was great. I still remember exactly how she said it. What if it doesn't pop at 70? Ah, then we'll go poke around for it. Won't be the end of the world. Might just need a reload or a relog or something. I don't remember this quest. Aethys and Modere were fun companions. Meatball was funny. He would execute anything at 10% HP, even destroy NPC mobs that give up at 10%. A wad of meat on the ground would be speaking. I don't remember that. That's funny. I guess I didn't use Meatball very much.
How are you?
I think I know exactly the NPC they want me to get here. Because I saw her when I was just in here. Oh, you know what? But I should get a health stone. I've been walking around without one. Little soul stone too. Meatball was a mission table follower, and he could be a combat follower. I feel like what they might have given him to us in WoD as well. I'm not 100% on that. You had to get him from, like, what, a dungeon or something? No, I'm mixing up my followers. There were definitely followers you had to rescue from places. Brawlers Guild. That's right. That's what it was. Okay. Questline of the Brawlers Guild to save him from the croc. WoD followers had weapons. Yeah. Oh yeah, there was Cronin, that's right. I remember him. I remember you had to rescue that one guy from like the Blood Orb WoD Orky thing. You had to get him from like a dungeon or a raid or something. It was a raid. You had to get him from Hellfire. I thought we were getting Brawlers Guild again. Where did that come from? Next patch. Something to do with animatronic bosses coming back to fight in a Brawlers Guild style thing. Deadly duos, dastardly duos, something like that. Yeah. I can't believe that patch is so soon. I don't think I'm going to be ready. I think I'm going to be busy. It'll be a good patch, but I might be busy. I have not got the Alanir amount. Or the metery bee. I haven't even especially farmed for them. Morning, gamers. Good morning, pre-mate. Happy Saturday. There's level 69. Blizzard bringing back things? Yeah. I don't know. I don't know about that. I don't think we're gonna do the chicken escort quest. They turn in back in Booty Bay no matter where you do them, so it's kind of a long run. I don't think we're gonna need all of these quests, but I'll pick them all up regardless. Just in case.
Don't be shy. How you doing, man? What's beyond your mind?
Came across the challenge mode vendor recently and it was so sad. There's some cool mog on there. Yeah, I feel ya. That's just a regular turtle. For the mount, needing the shards, plan a nice leisurely farm with lots of entertainment. Drop rates are not good. Yeah, I wonder if I meant to procrastinate on the open world mount farms until like the 3rd patch when I outgear those mobs the most. That may have been my thought process. This guy's name is Grog. Alright, he wants Pupelli verbose port, which I always used to think was puppy verbose. Kind of thought it would have had like a little puppy icon on it. 12 bottles, huh? I like the Minion of Mayhem title. I don't use it enough. It would be a really fun one for any of my gnomes. Puppy Dog Tails would be Warlock. Not Puppy Dog Tails. I was cuddling my puppy this morning because I cuddle him every morning. But he's so cute. He's so cute when he's tired and snuggly. He likes to lay on the couch and kind of like worm his way half onto my lap, or like he'll rest his head on my hip and just like curl up and snore. For a no more luck especially. Boy! Minion of Mayhem. Impossible to see the bottles for this quest on Classic. Yeah, having them glow definitely helps a lot. To this day, there's still a couple of quest items that don't glow very much, or objectives. There's one delve where you're getting the explosives in, I think, Spiral Weave, and they don't glow at all. And I'm so conditioned to look for sparkling and glowing stuff that, like, I just walk right by them. It took me forever to figure out what I was missing. They're not subtle, they're just not lit up. I've been spoiled. Perfect, okay. What's over here? Khatum's best lure. Ah, I need to do some snapjaws. When I only had my MacBook to play WoW, I could never find anything. Had to be on graphic settings too. Yeah, that would do it. It used to be a thing where the big breakpoint for whether or not your computer was good enough to actually get away with playing WoW was whether or not you could deal with projected textures. Or what is it called? It's like ground effects or something. Graphics. It's still in the game. Somewhere. Yeah, maybe projected textures. And if you had to disable that, you were in trouble. And maybe they've probably gotten better at this by now. But if you couldn't play with that, you couldn't see all kinds of different indicators of attacks that were going to happen or mechanics that were going to happen in Raid. So you'd be standing in fire and you wouldn't know it because the game wouldn't load the fire. Nice 4080 graphics card, even without a max ultra settings, don't get full FPS. They must have changed it by now so that anything that's like actually important to your life is on regardless, right? Like at least on some level? Maybe. I don't know. I don't have the balls to turn off projected textures. I'm leaving that on. I don't want to find out. I need a few more of these guys. 4 more. 3. And 4. I'm gonna do a little Seed of Corruption. Haunt. Affliction. Soul Rot. Rapture. Yeah, that'll work. Everything goes fine as long as we don't have casters that are decimating me. Gamma Rita's over here, and I think she's relevant for something. Yeah, she has Khatum's best lure. It's gonna be so weird when I'm 70 and I'm gonna have to go to the War Within. Turn these in. Have to choose hero talents. Oh no. I don't know what's good. Oh hey look, I'm honored with Bilgewater Cartel. Wow. Isn't it funny that they did the same reps basically again? Like, with Bilgewater specifically. I have the insane title. How come you're making me do it all over again? They like me already. I killed so many pirates for those people. They forgot. I'll never forget. Okay. So yeah, it's you sorted. So many dots. What will I choose? Opens Wowhead talent builds. I normally wait until 80 for that, but it is a good idea. Did somebody run away? I'm still in combat. Oh no, I did 5. I need another 5 dwarves. Never seen a Draenei Visage. A Draenei Visage? What do you mean? Never seen Undead Goblin. Are you choosing zone for specific reasons? Yeah. Sounded like fun. It was nearby and I knew it had dense quests. And it seemed like a good idea and I wanted to come, so I did. A dragon using a Draenei. Oh. Oh. For a moment I thought you meant Drakthir and I'm like, was that an option? But you mean like a dragon, right? Yeah. I wonder if there's a reason for that because they're off planet. They're of off planet origins. I wonder if that matters. Are there dragons that use orcs as visage? They're off planet too, I suppose. Morgan! There is a dragon with a goblin visage. But I don't know about an undead goblin. What am I doing over here? I don't remember. We're looking for... Oh, we need to buff the warriors here. Not you. I could probably turn in the 2 quests that I have and maybe get Lard's lunch and then not even worry about the Reventusk warriors. Chance with an 18-month resub. Whoa! Happy Saturday! Happy Saturday. Hope your weather's doing a little better. What are we doing? We're gonna get out of here. Hope you're having a lovely weekend. I hope all your dreams are coming true. I don't need to do all these quests, but I feel like I'm gonna. I feel like I'm not gonna be able to just walk away from them. Beautiful day outside, clear blue skies, 60 degrees. Yeah, yeah. Are you gonna get out there, or are you gonna enjoy it from your window while you play some video games? No judgment from me, by the way. Never judgment. Reminds me of the Saturday news we lost. I don't even remember if it was Saturday or almost Saturday anymore. I think it was almost Saturday, but then it became Saturday, and then it became Sunday, and then it became gone. Got out there a bit. Back in my den now. Nice. Sometimes I feel like a mama cougar crawling out from my den to go hunt food for my cubs. But what I'm actually doing is driving to Canadian Tire to buy cat food. But when I get back inside, I'm like, ah, yes, mission accomplished. I've survived again. Exactly, same vibes. Yeah, you get it, you get it. My Warlock is level 69. I think I'm about to start War Within zones in a hot minute here. I'm pretty excited. Little amused at the game. Project Zomboid has a store called American Tire. Oh, yeah, yeah. Kira, grateful for your bravery. She's gonna be mad at me because I had to get her the sensitive stomach formula because they were out of her regular food and I needed to stopgap to mix with her food. I'm gonna start mixing it in and she's gonna be like, excuse me, this is not what I ordered. If I just find 3 more guys to like bolster here. It's a pretty short range. Yeah, I'm playing Aff today. I might eventually experiment with all 3 specs. Although, I don't know if I believe in my capacity to learn all 3 of them. But I think as long as Aff is working for me, I'm going to stick with it because it's fun. Alright, where's Lard's lunch? He's lost his lunch. Where has he lost his lunch? Ooh, way up there. Okay. Cat could hunt for you. I don't think she can. Kitty's blind. Poor girl can't see. Lunch? Lunch. That's right. There it is. Hi, y'all. Hello, Mr. Sonic Gen. How you doing? Did you have his lunch? You did. Okay. This is for sure going to get us to 70. Should get us past 70, honestly. Enjoy having an army of imps at my command, but I don't always like the playstyle of the spec. I feel a little bit bad summoning the imps just to explode them like popcorn. Burst them like little candies. Okay, let's see here. See if it actually gives me the quest. I bet you if it doesn't give me the quest, when I reload it'll do it then. And if it really doesn't, then I'm gonna need to do a little bit of a journey. There we go. New adventure awaits. It'll just port me back to Orgrimmar. Are these still worth good experience? No. Oh, I was afraid that might happen. The moment you ding 70, these quests are not worth so much anymore. Just a little itty bitty tiny bit. Alright, we're out of here. Let's clean up our bags. Clean up our quest log. Get rid of that one. Probably do turn in Darkmoon Faire quest and pick up another Darkmoon Faire buff. Oh, it is a Darkmoon Island quest. Anyway. We're going to Org. They go back to the Nether, so it's just a temporary thing. Think of it as taking them on a fun outing.
There is a vision being seen across Azeroth. A radiant soul. We believe it's a warning.
Oh, I sold some stuff. Wow. So exciting. What's this? Oh, it's this picnic basket. Got some stuff. Alright. Let's clean up some space first of all. Make some room.
Many deals for a
anything
friend.
that's not an herb or an ore or stone. So the meats can go. Solid stone is worth. Coarse stone, not so much. The cloth, not actually all that valuable. You'd be surprised. I don't think I'm going to keep the stems. I'm too lazy. Or the heavy stone. The iron ore will sell. And then probably not greens. Although those I'm going to wear. We're going to need to make sure I get some gear upgrades at some point. My heirlooms scale basically to now. They are done scaling. So if I can upgrade anything over one of my heirlooms, I should do such a thing because the heirlooms are no longer going to go any higher than this. So I should probably, I think I probably could have started doing that a little while ago, but that's fine. We'll get new stuff as we go. Get rid of that. Got the mysterious letter. Oh man, my precious transmogs is terrible. I'm gonna look all silly. 357. Yeah, I'll wear that. It's a BOE, but I don't care. You tend to be scaled a little bit unfavorably for a while. Okay. Yeah, Pangler's Extreme Angler. I forgot you get a fishing rod from that quest.
Good fortune to our friends.
Expensive to do so. Do you talk to yourself when you're playing games off stream? I do. Does talking to yourself feel similar to talking to chat as a streamer? I think that there's... Well, I guess I'll answer the first part. I don't talk to myself off stream when I'm gaming. I talk to myself frequently when I'm doing everything else, but for some reason when I'm gaming, if I'm not streaming, I just want to shut up and game. But I do narrate myself through the rest of things. When you're streaming, I think that there's talking to chat directly where you're actually like having a conversation and answering questions and asking questions. And then there's kind of in between where you might just want to maintain like a stream of consciousness monologue to kind of fill space or to let people into what it is that you're thinking. And that's a lot like talking to yourself. Become fixated on my game. Yeah, I like getting really in the zone and turning that part of my brain off when I get a chance to. Only talk to myself off stream when I'm mad. Oh no. I talk to my dog a lot, but he doesn't really mind, so it's kind of talking to myself through the vehicle of pretending to talk to my dog. Okay. Like I'll tell him that I have to go do something later, and he doesn't care. But okay, I'm gonna temporarily pop my Hearthstone here just so I don't accidentally hearth to Brill again. I'm gonna take a quick look at this Dark Summons quest. Hopefully it doesn't take very long. It's in the Cleft of Shadow. They told me that. They told me that. I have to be careful. Sometimes talk to myself when I go for walks and think about stuff and forget to stop talking when I'm passing someone. I have definitely done that. I have been the public mutterer. I have not leveled Nerthen yet. I tried a few times. I don't have it. I don't have it in me. I don't have the mojo for it right now.
Didn't get many travelers here.
Oh. Well, lucky them. I was going to the Darkmoon Faire anyway. Oh, kitty cat. I wonder if you guys can see this. What? It is pretty warm. She's sweet. She's been doing good. She's been doing pretty good. She seems fairly stable. I'm hoping that the move doesn't throw her off her game too much, depending on if and when and where and etc. Oh yeah, I got the Test My Strength quest to turn in for 10 whole Darkmoon prize tickets, which I guess I could buy another hat. Might be nice to have while I'm leveling through War Within zones. Switch these two around for a minute. I don't ride the Fiery Hearthsteed very much, but it goes nicely with this character. Can confirm. Good to narrate everything you do instead of having dead air. Yeah. I mean, sometimes dead air is going to happen. And I feel like you can't torment yourself too much about it, otherwise you can make yourself too anxious to stream for fear of running out of things to say. But it is nice to have something going on, because people will be just browsing streams that maybe have never seen you before, and they'll click in to see what's going on. Clearly I'm phased, and I should give up on that. And if you are just kind of like lost in thought doing something, maybe the chat that you already have is like vibing, or maybe people are just kind of enjoying the quiet, but you know, somebody who's just browsing by is gonna be like, they're not doing anything. And it's better to kind of have something going on so that people have a jumping in point if you are trying to keep people that are just stopping by. You're smaller than I remember. Talk to the newly arrived warlocks around the Darkmoon Faire. Whip these newcomers into shape. Are they deputizing me to help all of the new races of warlocks? That's funny. It's a warlock Tauren! My family wanted me to be a shaman. By the ancestors, they did. Day in and day out, from the moment I could hold a totem. I have a cousin who's a Grim Totem. He encouraged me to accept the offer. Oh dear. What's your excuse? I've traveled a long way to be here.
May your days be long and your hardships few.
What's your thing? Initiate Jim? You're just a human. Are you insinuating that I'm not meant to be here? That I'm not a warlock? That I accidentally summoned the wrong portal and stepped through without double checking where it might lead? Because that would just be stupid.
Farewell.
Think I left the hearth going back home. Need to leave. Need to get out of here. I think that's a mage. What are you? You're a Kultiran. Ritual circle should be working. Why won't the imps obey me? Maybe I should become a Tide Sage. And then you're a Night Elf. A Night Elf here? Reserve your judgment. Of course her name is Darkleaf. Do you think she changed her name when she decided to become a warlock, or do you think she was just doomed from her parents? Yeah, Darkmoon Faire's this week. Tomorrow is the end of it. Or I guess today's the last day of it. Sunday to Sunday. Get your experience buffs. Cautious gas mask noises. Some of these are not new warlock races. Tried to farm market research since the Darkmoon Faire week. Got to Honored. Don't have it in me for that grind. Yeah, I'm going to kind of do it passively while I do other stuff, and then I'm just going to turn in... I keep trying to do that. I'm just going to turn in my market research whenever it is a Darkmoon Faire week. When is Noble Garden? Not for a couple more weeks. April the 21st. So another week and a half before Noble Garden. You become a lock, you have to register your name.
What now? Our time will come. Beware, our enemies abound. Embrace the shadow.
Alright. Soulstone a few people.
Greetings.
We defend this world together.
Speak, and the lower listen.
After Easter. Interesting. Are you excited for the 29th? Battleground bonus event? I'm assuming that's the patch day. I'm not. I'm busy. I got too much going on in my life right now. I'm not super locked into the WoW patches. I'm enjoying playing. I'm sure it'll be great, but I'm gonna find out what's going on basically as it happens. Oh, Comp Stomp. I see. I see. This way. Talk to Initiate Oman. You having second thoughts?
The Naru have not forgotten us. Be kind to those less fortunate. Warm wishes to you, Dionys Akka. safe journey. Each day is a blessing.
This will surely work. I can't believe Noble Garden's back already. It feels like it was just yesterday that they like redid it with they had just redone it with the duck thing, the duck boss, remember that? That just happened. Have you ever leveled a toon just to find out you didn't like the endgame play? Probably. Betcha it's happened once or twice.
Dark Lady watches
I've leveled a lot more characters than I've played.
Beware the living. What is it?
I'm not getting any. Oh no, no, I'm not. I was gonna say I'm not really getting any experience for this, am I? This is really slowing down my leveling roll. Kind of hope not much new stuff this year. I think because they did it last year, it'll probably be set for a while. Hopefully the carpet mount's got a better drop rate. Yeah, I know some people that really struggled with that. What do I want this year? I don't know. Kind of want them to not add anything so I don't have to worry about it too much.
Greetings, traveler.
Can I get the thingy? No, it doesn't work. Oh. He summoned me. That's funny.
Open your heart to the light.
I don't keep it on my bar, dude. Oh, there we go. Actually, I don't now I don't know if maybe they want me to do the quest version. Yeah. Have you ever leveled multiple of the same toon that you already knew you did not like endgame play? I don't worry too much usually about how a character that I'm leveling plays at endgame because it's not very often that my goal is to really play them very much at endgame. Like normally I will be leveling characters to farm with them, which I can usually do with just a couple of buttons. Like the integrity of the spec isn't usually super important to me. I really only like get super into like 1.5 classes, maybe 2.5 specs per tier. Like my main's off spec. Maybe one alt that I'll try to learn how to actually play properly, but the rest of them I'm just playing to like farm stuff, you know, as long as I know how to do my main basic damage, it's fine. XP buff not live yet, will be up when the patch comes out, whenever that will be. How long this is. I hope I'm getting towards the end of it because I want to do this because I think I get like I unlock a cosmetic or something. People were talking about imp skins. But I want to go start War Within. There's delves waiting for me. Oh, I'm supposed to do the thing. Oopsie daisy. There we go. We have subjugated the vengeful subjugator. Or we tried anyway. Investigate. Oh dear, things haven't gone very well for him, have they? Oh, he's feeling better. Is he a light forged? I think he might be. Still appreciate Hellfire Peninsula leveling for some reason. Enjoyed Old Outlands. You know, it's nice and big and open. I'll give it that. This turns in over here. Plastic lands. Will the gate take me back? I'm a little nervous. I think it's just taking me back here. Yeah, that's no good. I think Nagrand is one of the best looking zones. Carpet mount dropped 7 times. Holy moly. Alright, how far are we going here? Oh, pretty far. Blades Edge Mountain pre-flying is a hellscape. It was pretty looking. I did not do very much questing out there. There was almost no good leveling questing. It was almost always a hard skip whenever I was leveling through Outland. Just ogres and death. I would just run through there to try to get to the Nether Spite or whatever. Nether Storm? There's too many maps in this map. Nether Storm, that's the one. Other than some TBC, Wrath and Kata. Questing's I like Kata questing. Previous to Kata questing, I feel like it really was quite dated and some of it was rough, but Sea Ogre's Day, it's very off-putting. Blades Edge, part of Lore Master. It was grim. I really thought I was going to be able to turn this in while I was over there. I still have the, oh no, that's a Silithus one now. They didn't send us to Silithus at the beginning of the War Within, did they? Maybe they did. Maybe I'm getting confused. Aw. Thank you, Harry. Appreciate it. Lord Bane Hollow. Hello? Okay. Oh, man. My transmog's struggling a little bit. It's harder to get away with a bikini top when you don't have the rest of the swimsuit. Am I not meant to kill him? He has a great deal of health. Hard fight, okay. I will take it more seriously then. I didn't think I was signing up for a challenge. Ow! I'm also not exactly in very good gear. I just hit level 70. It's kind of the worst scaling that I'm ever gonna realistically have. It's good though. It's making me test my buttons and knowledge thereof. Teleport there, skip the scenario. Yeah, that does ring a bell. Oh, you know what the problem is? I've been making Hellstone and it's the wrong one. There we go. Let's get our buddy back. I think he's gonna, oh no. Oh no, I should, oh no, I'm gonna die. Aww. You know what? This is a later me problem. Let's get out of here. Any fond memories of the Green Fire quest? Fawn's a rough one. Fond maybe not so much.
You saw it too.
Together the
It is. Yeah. Alright, so that'll take me to Dornegal. I don't know if Mortal Coil was gonna save me. Maybe. I did forget about it. Alright. Pick up our Delve quest.
Let's go! Keep your eyes on the horizon. Truth is out there.
Yeah. And then I can set my hearth here. And we can make sure we get any available weeklies. I'm gonna get my professions updated. Oh, I was so close to Fiendish Imps. I just had to finish that quest. I don't know if I had it in me though.
My focus. Glad you comply. Follow me down to the archive and I'll show you
Kazalgar
what
World Quest,
Dagrin and
yeah.
I have been working on.
Do that.
Strong, my friend. Your aid brings hope to us all.
And then we'll make sure that we talk to the vault person. I also want to pop back to Orgrimmar via the portal in Dornegal just to go to Darkmoon Faire, turn in the test your strength properly. And I want to do, I want to grab my experience buff back because we got one more day of XP buff and I want to use it.
What's the problem, Dagrin?
Something that I like doing early on leveling characters is checking World Quest to see if I can replace any of their heirlooms or other old leveling equipment with just like World Quest gear. Delves work well as well. And actually last time I leveled I had an interesting thing happen with delves where I would get a piece of gear from a delve and then I would get a piece of gear from delves and then it was gonna... It scaled with me. Like I would level and it wasn't heirloom gear, it was just regular greens, but they would scale as I leveled up. Am I gonna be locked in that instance? That's annoying. I'm gonna go try. I just want to take a look. Because you access it via a different teleport. 22nd this month, new buff will start. Okay. What are we doing? We're going to... Oh, I remember we're there. I remember. Also, I wonder if I should at some point try to unlock my Legion Hearthstone. I haven't done that yet. We'll get around to it eventually. But for the Darkmoon Faire teleport, it should be right up here. Oh. You gotta look for the balloons.
The dark times will pass.
I'm hoping that this sorts me out, because otherwise that was kind of a tough quest. I'm gonna wow head it and see if anybody had any good advice, even if that's just to wait and come back to it later when I've got slightly better gear, because I'm assuming it doesn't scale to me very well. It is midnight at the fair. Darn it. Okay. Gosh, alright. Annoying. Never mind. It's for a 10% XP buff. Is there anything else I can do? Let me see. 3 times dying is my limit. Came back at level 70 and found the demon was level 70 elite. Kill the boss first try. Not sure it's nerfed. It was 390. Fight took 4 minutes. Key is to subjugate the summoned demons. Okay, so this is hard. Long solo fight. No one can assist you. The place gets phased. No other player can enter. Alright, I'll try it one more time. This isn't going to be great for my leveling efficiency as far as getting to 70 this week, but it will be awesome for my ego if I do it. We're trying to unlock Fell Imps. Partly to unlock Fell Imps, and partly to get my Darkmoon Faire back, because they're not going to let me do it. I was hoping it was wrong. I just wanted my experience buff, but you can hop up here all you want. Don't matter, they ain't giving it to you. Oh well. There was a teleport. There was a gate. Was it back there? I don't remember where the gate was. I was hoping I could just port that way. Because I don't even know if this portal is going to be active. I want to say it's not. Because I accepted a summons from, what's-his-face to even get to the gate in the first place. I could probably run back out to the Blasted Lands myself manually, but it's going to be kind of annoying. This would at least take me to Blackrock Mountain. I really should have gotten my Legion Hearthstone, because that would have helped me. I could have Legion Hearthstoned and taken a pet battle port that would have gotten me kind of sort of close. Is this where the demonic gateway was? No. No such luck. It's around somewhere. Oh, there it is! I tripped on it! Nice. And then we can read... Oh, it puts me to the Burning Stepstone this time. That's nice. Oh no, that's the same place it took me last time. Never mind. Let me read this thing. Key is to subjugate the summoned demons. Get your Hellstone, summon your Void Tank, pop any buffs. You can put down a demonic gateway to help reduce aggro. Keep that in mind. At 90% HP, the boss pops his first Fel Bubble. Summons an Empowered Felguard. Subjugate the Empowered Felguard. He will easily tank Lord Bane Hollow, do your rotation, melt him down. He'll melt a spell bubble down. He'll summon the second demon, Empowered Pit Lord. Keep the Felguard as a tank. Kill the Pit Lord. Kill the Dreadstalkers. 60%. You get your second Empowered Pit Lord. Yours will probably die to subjugate the new one. If you don't kill the Empowered Imp, you'll do a Firestorm that you can dodge. Boss will also cast Rain of Fire. Dodge that. Kill the Empowered Imp. Okay. Do some Drain Life. Watch out for your own HP. I wonder if I could pick up some health pots and stuff. Okay. So we've got... I mean, I had Subjugate Demon on the bar. I just gotta remember to use it. Alright, we can do this. Believe in ourselves. Wouldn't say easy, very doable. Okay. So, here. Let me see. I also have Demonic Circle and Circle Teleport. So I can do that. Can we get any... Can I use Elgari healing pots? No, it's 71 for those. Okay, never mind. We won't worry about any food buffs then. I'm gonna get my tank pet out. We'll subjugate the first demon and then the next one up after that dies. I have Drain Life, I have my Healthstone. I'm going to set a gateway from probably like there. And then I'm also gonna summon a teleport here. And then maybe fight him over here. Subjugate the Felguard. Free up my dots. Feign Death. Kill the Dreadstalkers. Not Feign Death. More. Let me kill this one. Aw, jeez. Aw, no. Oh no, don't do it! Don't hurt me! No! It was going better! Alright, we'll run back. I think we're gonna have to practice this. That's annoying. Oh, okay. I need to move more. I don't feel like my pet is tanking particularly effectively. So if I'm not going to have my pet tank, I wonder if I should just kick. Maybe I'll try kill the Felguards and subjugate the Pit Lord this time. Spec yourself in a way that emphasizes self-healing and defense. Shit, a soul stone. Thank you very much. Let's see. Is this the time for a PSA of no backseating? Eh, it's fine. People can help. Alright. Make another one. We'll Soulstone. We'll do, we'll summon, Fell Hunter this time just to try it. We'll have an interrupt at least. And I'm gonna try subjugating Pit Lord. All of my teleports did not help me. I thought I was gonna be able to, like, kite with the circle and everything, and it was not working. Alright, let's try again. Oh, Demon Bolt's not even kickable. So I'm gonna kill this guy. And then when the Pit Lord comes. When the Pit Lord comes. Subjugate the Pit Lord. And then get my dots back on this guy. I don't know, man. I'm taking so much damage. I think I need to look at my spec. Nope. Don't fight me, okay? Because we have Soul Leech, we have Demon Skin. We'll get the tank pet back out. That wasn't helping. I could spec into that. I guess I haven't feared anything. I don't know if that's any good. I've got Gluttony. Oh, I did Unending Resolve. Should do that. Yeah, I don't know why my pets aren't tanking very well. Yeah, the scaling's not super optimal. I'm just really annoyed because I wanted to get my Darkmoon Faire buff up before I leveled. Maybe I'll see if there's anything cheap that I can put on. Armor. Usable upgrades. Sort by price. Nah, it's not gonna be cheap. Oh well. I'm also getting used to some of my keybinds. My pet's taunting. He's taunting as best as he can. Subjugate demons on a 30-second cooldown. I'm gonna grab this guy. Maybe I'll switch out for the Pit Lord when the Pit Lord shows up, because he takes a minute. I'm just having a miserable time trying to heal myself. My pet die again. No. Come back at max level. It just means that I have to either abandon it and redo or re-pick it up somewhere, or I have to give up on the Darkmoon Faire buff. I'm just gonna give up on the Darkmoon Faire buff. That's just annoying. Ugh. Because it's definitely supposed to be a challenging fight, but I don't know if that's doable for me with my current brain and character. Yeah, well, whatever. We're just gonna pretend Darkmoon Faire ended already. It's gonna end tomorrow anyway, so whatever. It's fine. Here we go. Good news is our Bran is going to be a reasonable level for helping us through delves and stuff. I have him at 69. He's on nearly level 70, and that's going to be a decent chunk of our leveling experience. Other good news. What else do we got? We probably got some gear we can get from some world quests. Let's start doing a few of them. I have not been to the barbershop. To be honest, I kind of like my demons. I kind of like them as they are. I don't know if I want to change anybody.
A perfect day for a race.
Oh man, I'm on a dragon. Every now and then it auto puts me onto the renewed proto drake and it just kind of takes me back. This will surely get me. I leveled to 70 so fast and then I just hit a huge brick wall with that quest line. I wish I'd never started it. I should have let it be. I kind of thought it was just going to be like 3 cute quests where you turn something in, talk to a few people, and then it was just going to give me a couple of demon customizations and send me on my way. I did not expect it to be that. That is, I learned something new today. Shake the dust off a little bit.
Nicely done. You and your Drake are exceptional.
Alright. Now that is an upgrade. I think we're just going to do like every gear world quest we can find to get started. Also, I ought to pick up Kazalgar, Herbing, and Mining. That'll help too. So, Mining Trainer should be over here.
Work cycle interrupted.
80 gold! I better make at least 80 gold worth of, well, I guess I just got 167. Call it even. Herbing over here.
Communication initiated.
Gear world quests are so satisfying when you just enter a new expansion. Big bumps. Huge. Massive. Especially when they're easy too. It's 80 gold you don't get to keep. We're investing that 80 gold for a brighter future. Now we got herbs and minerals on. Oh, it's up, it's up. Should I do it?
Would you like a program?
Oh yeah, you have to, I'm not gonna make it.
Conversation initiated.
I am gonna make it. No, I'm not gonna make it. It's the end of the end of the thing. That's distracted anyway. I don't know why I am so committed to doing theater troupe every time it's happening when I walk by. It just feels like fate.
Outpost needs someone to scale the falls to find unique reagents.
We're getting a ring.
You at climbing.
Afternoon, Hazel. Good afternoon, loveliness. How are you? Happy Saturday. First thing I do, pre-patch gear, catalyze the pieces into tiers so the tune starts with an advantage. That is a clever idea. Get him a nice little transmog set too. Here we go. I like watching your item level go up when you first start doing this. There's 343. 347. Looks like we've got gloves over here. It's kind of cooking and fishing from city NPCs who have dailies. Is that how I get recipes? Yes, I think. At least for cooking. I don't know about fishing. No. But yeah. I guess I can unlock this for next time. The unlock quest for a theater isn't very long, but you do have to do it on each character as far as I can tell. if I'm gonna get to 80 before the end of tomorrow. Because if I am, then I probably shouldn't turn in any of the weeklies. Because I could get keys from them later. I don't know. Deciding if I want to play WoW or Marvel Rivals today. Good options, good options. Finished WOD cooking fishing. All the fish I had to get for the shack just leveled my cooking. Nice! I don't think I've ever done this world quest.
Into a constructive activity.
Kind of fun. Have you ever turned a bagel into garlic toast? No. No, I have not. I have not done such a thing. I don't see why not, though, especially if it's a savory bagel. Just do the same thing as the bread, you know? Stick some garlic on, some butter, have a good day. The flowers you put in the rams. The Ramolith mounts are super cute, and I spent a ton of resonance crystals to get at least one of them from the Dornagal rep vendor, but it just never happened that I just haven't ridden it yet. Ground mounts don't come up all that much. Lovely. Oh, that was a huge item level boost. That puts me up to 356. Yeah, here, let's see. Weighted cuffs, shoulders, legs, sandals, and a neck piece. Let's do Ringing Deeps next. Garlic bagels, so garlic toast bagels make sense. Garlic toast with cream cheese sounds good. Maybe. I like cream cheese and sushi. A little smoked salmon, a little Philadelphia roll. Any Warbound cloth gear? Never mind, have to be 80. I do have Warbound cloth gear, and that should be our first stop. Our very first stop once we hit 80 should be to stop by the bank and see what we can put on. This is just to help me with leveling. Help us survive our first first delve when we get to it. So down here, shoulders for... Oh, pardon me, those are pants. Let's do this one. Alighted leggings. Oh my goodness, I need to turn off rare scanner. That is aggressive. Got a whipped cream cheese that has garlic and herb flavor at the store. New favorite. Nice. Sounds pretty tasty. Don't go into Undermine with rare scanner. It's insane. Yeah, I bet it would be. Does it tell you about every garbage can and every dumpster? That would be something. Can confirm. It was great when I was leveling. I'm gonna turn it off right now. It was great when I was leveling out in, like, you know, the old-fashioned zones, because I was getting a ton of experience for all those rares, but they don't really do so much XP anymore. That's a long reload. I'm excited that we're leveling again. I was getting kind of frustrated being all stopped up, even though it was my own fault. Do-do-do-do. 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 Come on, guys. There's rares. I don't know what that is, but I don't need it. Much better. Oh no! He's stuck! Sometimes if you get right on top of somebody who is like stuck in a pillar like this, you can DPS them. Because they're only evading because they can't hit you, so if you can put yourself in their melee range, it sometimes works. And I like to do that whenever I can, because I like to imagine that I'm freeing them from their torment, because when they respawn, they'll probably not respawn in the rock specifically, they just wandered in there somehow. I know I'm freeing them from their torment with, you know, the sweet release of death, but I'm a warlock, what do they expect? Are their hands in the air like they just don't care? Oh, they are. Look at that. Did you see what Makari tried this time? I did not. I haven't been super much on that side of YouTube. My YouTube has been mainly dog videos and cat videos. pretty exclusively cats and dogs. Bouldering. Oh, that's fun. Outdoor bouldering? Indoor bouldering? Because I know we do have a bouldering gym here in Victoria. We also have boulders, but I feel like outdoor bouldering is a little bit more dangerous. Less crash mats, more sharp rocks and cliffs. Haven't seen it. Looks indoors. I know, every time I go by a place that she went to in one of her videos, I'm like, oh hey, it's the thing. Just weird. Mine's mostly chicken videos. Bouldering is rock climbing without needing like belaying equipment in a harness. It's just basically you versus either a rock or a rock climbing wall that is only up to a certain height that you can fall off of safely. Ish. It's fun. It's a great workout. It'll really work out your squeezers. If you ever want ripped hand muscles. Delver's Bounty. Does it work on non-bountiful delves? Yes. Yes, it should. I see where the confusion would come from, though. It should, but it doesn't? It doesn't! That's rude. Well, there you have it. Oh. Wait, did I miscast that? No, I hit forget. One more. And then some of this. Nice. I take a long time to kill things in this gear. I guess this is why I'm doing this world quest. Every upgrade is a big deal.
Mission accomplished.
Yeah.
Thank you for
356
doing
up to
what
359.
needed to be done.
And then we want to do the pipe thing. Pipe patcher. For a pair of shoulders. Where is pipe patcher? It says it's right there, but also like it seems to be kind of struggling. I wonder if I needed to skip a campaign or something? Oh no, it's right here. My map is just full of stuff. This is a nice easy one. Does not mind that my gear sucks. Bran is level 75 now. Nice. You've been trucking. Do you find that he levels slower towards the end of the grind, or is it pretty linear? I've been curious about that. Oh, huge upgrade. Up to 363. And now we're gonna head down to Hallowfall. He is slow. Oh no. Uh-oh. I'm not gonna get test your strength turned in. It's very sad. There's gonna be some bracers here. Perfect. I think there's actually 2 that give bracers, so I can do whatever we want. Light's Gambit. I don't remember this world quest. It says difficulty selected. That makes me feel like I can make it whatever it is easy. Is this the board game? I think it might be the board game.
Challenger awaits you for a game of Light's Gambit.
Challenger awaits me. You were a tiny child.
Grown-ups say be careful in the dark. One
Easy.
day, I'll be a lamplighter.
Especially because I don't think I ever learned how to do this properly.
Easy. You win by getting my units held to 0. I win by getting each of your units held to 0. Look carefully at each of your units' abilities.
Yeah, look carefully. Yep.
I won't start until
I'm just
you
spam switching
Your castle
pieces.
has a powerful ranged attack, but it can't move. The other 2 can move and have both ranged and melee.
I like how I have no interest in learning this, so she's yammering on about, like, rules and stuff, and I'm just like, yeah, lady, your game is too hard, while I refuse to listen to anything to do with what's actually going on. What happened to the cannonball? I like the cannonball. That was good. There we go. We're getting somewhere. Smite! Yeah, that's a good idea. I'm just like trying to find my damage buttons.
Well done.
Yeah, we did it. Wow. Look at that, I'm so good. 12's no problem. Light's Gambit? Challenging. It's just so funny because I'm like, oh, who could ever understand this? And meanwhile, she's like clearly explaining the rules in voice. And I'm like, yeah, I'm not going to listen to you. So what's going on? Those are boots and I need them. Because I need the boots and I need the neck. So we'll do the neck first. It's closer. Go poke around closer to there and see if we can find that quest. People that can do that on hard and win, I have no clue if they're using an add-on for it. There must be some people that are like Light's Gambit enthusiasts that have like figured out the game. I don't know. Not me. No, I need to take a aerial halt off the bar. That's a bait. Also, if I do this pet battle quest, it'll give me 17 polished pet charms. Wow. Is it the same guy? No, it's not. Thought it was the same kid for a second. The one kid's game where you have to not fall off the fence. You have to do it, you have to do the hard version of that for the zone meta, which you need for the meta achievement if you want it, and that was probably the hardest part about this meta. I cheated it with a Warlock gate, I'm pretty sure. I think I took a Warlock out and I used Warlock stuff to cheat it, but then there was a different game that I had to do properly. I forget the details. Hi, kitty cat. You're so warm. You're so cute. Do that. Hopefully they haven't nerfed it. There may have been some tuning that went on around that. Because yeah, the jumping was tough. I used either a gate or a teleport or both. I think I made myself do it once natty just to see if I could. Or maybe I had to. Maybe they fixed it. I don't remember. But yeah, I would try Warlock Cheese. It better not. I got shaky hands. It's hard. It was very hard. Can't even find the clickable rats in Undermine. Clickable rats. Oh yeah. I think I used a macro for that. I marked them with a macro. So there were quests somewhere in this range. It's just being blocked by all the other stuff on my map. I think it's, yeah, it's the orphans. Oh, speak of the devil. I usually just played the target game, but okay.
You're weird looking.
Oops. We're right back where we started. 5 unclickable rats followed me. Yeah, different rats for sure. Those ones are just for fun. Those don't have anything to do with the achievement. Yo, I'm so good. At this normal quality world quest. 1 of 4! For some reason I forgot and I thought that was gonna finish everything. I'm not playing hide and seek. Can I just fight somebody? What do you want?
You're weird looking.
I think I usually do this one.
I can hear their
There we
laughter
go.
already.
Collected the last warband background. Nice. Nice. Do you guys have a favorite one that you're using at the campsites? Put mine on random. Galagio, 100%. Nice. Okay, we gotta do the boots. No gold swap between classic and retail. That makes sense. They have completely different economies. The Unarmed Plains is my favorite, but I random them. Got the background for Delves. Maybe I'll random mine. I put on the Freywold Springs because it was kind of the best lit.
Sacred
Let me
flame
see
guide
everything the
your way,
most
friend.
nicely, I felt. Oh, there's a flower down here. I'm not very focused when it comes to leveling in or within zones. It's because you can get some experience from doing all kinds of things. I guess this is good. We're still getting experience, and we're getting gear as well.
With this borrowed stealth disc.
No cross-faction trading? For Classic, I'm assuming. Yeah, I mean, I can see how it's annoying, but also it's the way that it was then. They must have their reasons. Cross-faction trading is a pretty recent thing to the game. I don't remember doing this cataloging quest, to be honest with you.
Pictures to good use.
Oh, it's for retail? Post is worded horribly? What, they're gonna claw it back? I'm just gonna wait until they clarify it then. Because that's very strange. Because you've been able to trade gold, you know, Horde to Alliance. You've been able to mail it to yourself in retail for ages. Did I get all the gear that I wanted? I think so. I think I got all of the, yeah, there's caches, but I got all of the gear. That's a duplicate item, so I'm up to 373. And I think it might be time for her to try her first delve. So I'm gonna... Do I want to do him down here, or do I want to go back up top? Maybe I'll do him from the bottom up. Let's go to the... Let's go down to the Ajkahet. Got a hidden trove on a non-bountiful delve with Delver's Bounty. You know what I should do is I should prioritize doing delves to level that I need for my achievement. Let's go start with Underkeep. Where's Underkeep? That's Underkeep. Trying to stop boosting communities. Oh. But like, hang on, let me find this. Gold swaps. Recently updated policy on gold swaps. Can I trade gold with a friend in another realm? Across WoW realms or factions is prohibited. What about the Warbank? Or in the past, the support article had 2 versions. Original one mentioned these trades were at the player's risk and unsupported. Because, like, couldn't you trade your own gold to someone else's realm and then do it there and then move it back with the Warbank? Like, what's the difference? Unless they take gold out of the Warbank completely, which would be hugely crossover controversial. I just don't get it. Third-party operation is the name of this one. Is that one I need? It is! That's nice. We'll get Adele's story progress here. him probably heal. Bouncing grenades and bioprinter, probably fine. Maybe not even bioprinter, maybe Pajicola.
These are the finest goods in the land.
Thought it meant no exchanging gold between games. I mean, that makes sense. But like, I don't know. Unless they completely kill gold from the war bank, I don't know how they're going to... I don't know. And I don't want them to kill gold from the war bank because that's one of the best things about the war bank.
Your step.
Gave an example at the end of the post. Maybe do the original post. I don't know. It's a really short article. Wowhead might be giving examples, but Wowhead might be just extrapolating. We can't rely on that as like gospel. Yeah, I'm gonna choose to not freak out about that until I'm explicitly told to by Blizzard. That seems like just a badly worded article. It's also like they didn't like make a huge like blue post of being like we're changing this thing. It was just like a support article they edited or like updated. I don't feel like that's, I don't know. It's just weird. What am I doing? I'm trying to collect black blood. And we have an item for that. This is the first time I've done this story, so I'm a bit new here. There we go. We need class colors. Very important. Not happy they made undercoins non-transferable. Yeah, I think they're probably gonna fix it eventually. I guess I don't know that for sure, but I was under the impression that that was incidental and not meant to be permanent. A lot of the things that you can buy with undercoins are transferable, so if you wanted to buy, like, I don't know, veteran gear for an alt, and you didn't have the undercoins on the alt to do it, you can still buy it on your main and send the gear over. But yeah, not being able to, like, combine your undercoins is kind of annoying.
Watch your step.
Wave Scrambler's Warband. Mm-hmm. I don't do so much damage yet.
Watch your step.
I'm gonna be fighting things for a hot minute in this stealth. Till I get some better gear anyway. Might do me some good to do some campaign questing just to upgrade a few more items. I'm just gonna do pops one at a time. I use wave scramblers when I get them, but I have yet to buy one because they seem unnecessary. Like if you wait, you'll get your thing, it seems like. Maybe I've just been very lucky, but I've never done 4 delves and not either had the map drop or had Underpin just crash on his own or had a wave scrambler drop without having to buy it. I think I'm just too stingy with my undercoins to try it. When it seems like it could just happen for free and then I could save those undercoins for transmog, you know? Oh, that's a black blood container. Can I suck the stuff out of the container? Oh yeah. Transmog's the real endgame. Mm-hmm. It's the one thing that lasts forever.
Watch your step.
I don't think I'm making it out of this delve in a hurry. When Underpin shows up when you're already done your map for the week. Yeah, and then you're just fighting him for fun, I guess. That's a good point. Hey, get off my property. Underpin and his property. Oh, Smokey2, thank you very much for the 33-month resub. Appreciate it. Welcome back. I hope you're having a lovely weekend. Can I fight this guy? Yeah. I've had him drop in at the worst times, like 3 times now. Fighting in tight spaces against mobs that drop massive AoE damage. Yeah, he does have kind of a talent for that. My least favorite place for him to come in is whenever I'm underwater in an underwater delve. Because I can't kick bombs underwater, I've found. Like, whenever he's come in during the sinkhole, the bombs drop and you try to kick them and nothing happens. Got turbo, so I can drop some of my subs. That is fair. Side street sleuths can be bad. Yeah, not a ton of space in there for sure. But you only have to get him to half, and I found that even if you die to him, he still leaves his gold behind. It doesn't deprive you of the map if you don't beat him, so it just takes a death off your counter.
Watch your step. Watch your step.
This is just a... Oh no, that's Vile Taint. For a moment I thought that was my soul well. It's not. I know there's more black blood back there, I just don't want to over clear. Oh well, whatever. It'll be fine, let's over clear it is. Maybe we can get away with doing a few of them here.
Watch your step.
Did you see the new gold swaps policy? I did. It kind of confuses me. So I'm choosing not to think about it too much until it's clarified, because it seems like something they're gonna have to clarify. Because the way it's currently worded, it seems really wide-reaching. And kind of conflicts with the way that at least retail WoW has handled gold. If you fear a mob, Brandon, just stand by and do nothing. Okay. Oh, there's all kinds of it over here.
Watch your step.
Oh no. I'm really bad at refreshing my agony, and I think it's kind of going to be an important part of being an Aff Lock is making sure it doesn't fall off. This is a little bit of a struggle of a delve. Maybe I shouldn't have tried to do it on a 3. Last time I was leveling, I found that 3s gave me like a slightly better loot, or like a little bit more goods for my time than the 1s and the 2s. And they didn't really take any longer than the 1s and the 2s at the time. So I kind of figured I may as well, but now I'm thinking maybe that was a big mistake. I'm probably going to end up with one or both of those drill sergeants. I'm a little afraid to find out how long we've been in here for. There we go. It's fine. Yeah. It's going good. It's going real good. Hopefully we get a nice upgrade. Like a cloak would be lovely. I know they often give trinkets. I would take that. Another ring, maybe. I've got all kinds of heirlooms still on that aren't doing me any good anymore. Prefer to do a couple that take longer than having to crank out 4 or 8 for vault. Never do it. Oh, all 8 of them? No, I never do 8 either. I do 4. I figure if I'm not getting what I want in 2 options, then I didn't deserve it. And that lets me use 4 keys. It seems like a reasonable amount of loot for a week for an alt. This is kind of fun. It's not often I get to fight a boss. Or like it hasn't been during leveling very often I get to fight a boss and actually manage dots for a little bit. Hopefully that guy doesn't enrage. Get real upset about losing his friend. Doesn't seem to hurt my pet very much. It's just taking some sweet time to get him down. More dots. There we go. It was perfect. We got some achievement progress. I only need one more story for Underkeep now, because that one will be done. Evolved Research will be my last one. Oh, it does have great music. That delve completed after 14 minutes. Actually, not as long as I thought it was. It felt like I was in there for a half an hour. Alright. And I get to choose my first hero talent. I'm gonna have to figure out what it is that I want to be. Hi, kitty cat. Any loot? What did I get? I got... Oh, I got a one-hander. Oh, interesting. Okay. I don't think that's going to do me any good until I can have an offhand, though. Let's take her back to Isle of Dorn. Hi, kitty cat. Now that we're 71, there's some things that we can use, like or within consumables. I think I could use the health pots if I really wanted to. Let's clean up her bags, fix her transmog a little bit, maybe.
I have many, many wares.
Get rid of that. Those. That's an heirloom. I'm always nervous deleting heirlooms around in cities because I often accidentally try to open up a trade window with somebody, like I'll drag it on top of somebody when I don't mean to. And then I have to panic log off before they notice.
Good fortune to our friends.
Okay, I could be a Hell Caller or a Soul Harvester. Let's see what they do. This gives me an instant cast called Wither that replaces Corruption. Does... Shadow damage, crit. Damage and crit. Your curse gets a little better. I haven't really been using any of my curses aside from Agony. Wither does damage on a shorter duration. What's the bottom one? Malevolence. 1 minute cooldown. Corrupts your soul for 20 seconds. Enemies suffering from your wither take increased damage. Haste is increased. Hellcaller says is best. Oh, okay. Soul Harvester. Shadow of Death. Soul Rot gets empowered. Yeah, we'll take Hellcaller. %, more crit from all sources. Does pretty well. Alright. Well, at least I don't get a new button, I just get one of my buttons replaced. That's something. What else can I do here? Let's put our transmog back on. I didn't save the set, I just equipped it. Oh yeah, I gave her a crown, that's right. I forgot. I thought it looked nice. Our staff should be... I mean, we had the shovel. We could probably do something else. That's an old key staff. I know there are newer ones. Salvador, wow, thank you for the 28-month resub. Happy Saturday. Happy Saturday. I hope you're having a lovely weekend. Oh, we got artifact appearances too. That's right. Or, you know, any excuse to mog the mop. You know what I mean? Any excuse at all. Is there any? Let's see. Any armor? Well, there are worse slots here. Helmet's pretty bad. Not so much, no. I was hoping there would be like real cheap tailoring stuff or something, but not really. That's okay. Let's turn in our World Soul quest. Maybe we'll get a bunch of gold from it or something.
I will see you through the shadow. Word of your triumphs has already spread.
Oh, and that gave me 2 pieces, both of which I'm already wearing, but they're in a higher item level now. So I'll pop them on. It's not too bad. That leveling cache is kind of nice, actually. I wonder if it's really, if it might be best for me to just do, as underwhelming as it is, to literally just do campaign. Because I'm going to get gear from it. I'm going to be wrapping up in about 10 minutes here, so I'm not on forever. Also, at some point we can probably turn in the Underkeep Delver's Call. That's going to be worth a decent amount of experience as well. Maybe I'll save it for 77. I was hoping I was going to get a better piece from the end of the delve. I guess the dagger's great. I just need an offhand to go with it. Maybe we'll be able to pick one out soon. One-time walking? Yeah. DPS time walking, though. Oof. Also, that was rude. I was all excited to loot that ore. But yeah, these quests aren't bad. These are perfectly good quests to be doing.
Rescue who you can along.
No, man. I cannot.
Ever use the mulch for herbing?
No.
No, not really.
The sun. Use this scroll. These relics must be destroyed before they overload.
Campaigning through the entire Isle of Dorn, bonus objectives delves along the way. Does that get you about to where you're getting to? A rare. Killing rares gives blue gear too. Oh. I do use the UI editor. I have my UI. I don't think I have a link posted anywhere though, because it's like so specific to me and my hardware and the way that I like to have my bars. Like, look at this. It's off center. I've got 3 bars of different sizes and different setups. Do you really want it like this? I don't think I have it posted anywhere. I encourage people to use the editor to pick something that looks good for them. I am using Plater as well, and I have an add-ons list. Ooh. Add-ons. Yeah. That's generally what it is, but like, look at this, it's a mess. Stick the pet bar over there, shall we? That works for your brain. Yeah, exactly. It's got room for keybinds that are just for battle plans. Oh, I don't think I'm pressing the right buttons anymore. Leveling 1 to 70 was very different from getting started on 70 to 80. I think that the scaling dip has kind of hit me a little bit. I think I've become a little disoriented. I was so used to my haunt basically one-shotting something that now that it's not doing that anymore, I'm feeling a little bit lost and confused. Surprises me how you care about your IRL UI a lot and your in-game UI not much. I'm gonna need you to explain that. My IRL UI? Do you mean like how I organize my cutlery drawer? My fiance will tell you, sometimes I put spoons in one drawer and sometimes the spoons just go somewhere else. It's a good thing he loves me because otherwise we would have some spoon related problems. You're looking for the ladle, you're gonna be on a bit of a journey. I don't like Wither because it changed the icon of my corruption and I'm not used to looking for it, so I don't know whether or not it's up. Color drawer is important. You don't center your spoons? No. I am somebody who oscillates between messiness and order, and I trend a little bit more to the messy side. I'm not saying like I'm a huge mess, but I go back and forth, and I would say on average we're a little messier than we are orderly. Without descending into complete chaos.
Give out these antidotes. I'm cutting venom sacks back as I can.
Spoon face up or face down? My spoons don't have faces on them. They're just for soup.
You there. Help me stabilize this portal.
I ain't got no noses.
Guardians will hold this
Which face is a face of a spoon? I literally call my GF Spoon Witch. Does she like produce them from places? Can use an IRL UI. Remind me what quest I'm supposed to do that day. I think they call that a bullet journal. I'm having fun with this. I need to get back into bullet journaling. I miss it. I need it right now. I need to just sit down and make a bunch of lists. I do refrigerate ketchup. That's where I forget about it and never eat it. I keep ketchup around for the twice a year that I want to eat about a tablespoon of it. But I keep it in the fridge. Once opened, anyway.
Yes, thanks to Grandad teaching me stone form. Where is he? We've got to find him.
We've got to find him.
I will not lose my friend.
Ketchup. It's not my favorite thing. It's fine. I just don't have a lot of places in my life where ketchup is really called for. If I'm having fries, I prefer them with vinegar and salt. And if I'm having like a veggie dog, I like a good grainy mustard. A few ketchup packets from fast food menus. That sounds like a good idea, actually. Ketchup packets. Grilled cheese? Nope. It's funny, I'll dip it in tomato soup, but I don't want ketchup with it. That's same thing with mac and cheese. I'll have it on the side of tomato soup, but I'm not putting them together. Ooh, I do love a honey mustard. Am I getting hungry? I might be getting hungry. It's getting close to lunchtime here. I want to finish this little batch of quests. I need to find someone, a survivor. They're marked with little yellow dots on my map, or at least they were. Oh, there's one. There he is. Oh dear. Well, you haven't done very well, have you? There we go. It's all better. Dijon mustard.
Strength.
If I had $1 million, I still could not afford a house. It's gotten much more expensive since then. I like singing that song because you can change the lyrics to be more timely. The eggs in the drawer in the fridge with all the fast food sauces left over. Gonna go, have fun. See you later, Mr. Sonic Gen. Spoon which came from me saying I didn't like beans much. Oh, hang on, I'm being swarmed. I'm trying to learn from that one warlock that I just rescued and use a soul stone.
What can I do? Follow me.
Talk about hot sauce.
Magni can't hold off Xerix much longer.
She'd offer one spoonful to put on my plate. She sneakily kept making the spoon bigger until I realized that she bamboozled me and I liked beans now. Beans are great, but my preferred way of cooking beans is to cook the daylights out of them and spice them thoroughly. Like a bean chili with just tons of like chili powder and cumin and like those like good like smoky savory spices. Cook them right in there, and they get even better as leftovers. Are we doing a good job? This quest is still happening. It's not over yet. My silverware doesn't super match. I've got a couple of different sets of silverware. We also have one golden fork. Although the gold's kind of wearing off of it because it was like a cheap fork from Target. But the golden fork is given to somebody that you love. So if one of us is dishing up dinner, we'll give the other one the golden fork as a gesture of specialness. It sounds cuter when you don't say it out loud. But the golden fork is kind of turning silver because the gold's kind of wearing off of it. Now I want a golden fork. I don't know of any place here that sells like individual cutlery. Like you can get sets certainly, but I don't know about like just one fork. That was one thing that Target did back when I lived in the States. Okay, we're meeting the guy in Dornegal. I guess, you know what, you pop me on the bird, that's fine. Oh, it flies very slowly. No. Goodwill. I don't know about secondhand dinnerware, just because I don't trust really old stuff, and you don't know how old it's been. Some really old dish and dinnerware can have lead in it, so I don't mess with secondhand dishes. Except for one teacup that I've decided is worth the risk. I found it on the side of the road and it's very cute. She have golden forks as wedding gifts. They can do the same to someone they love. That is very cute. I don't think we're doing gifts though. I don't. Where our budget is nothing. We've arranged for everything we've arranged for, and I think we're done. We're just hoping it all goes off well. There was the haunted Dutch oven. That was good. I made a nice batch of beans in there. That would be a very cute wedding gift to give to people, though. Some old dishes can have uranium. Not divulging when you're getting married. It's pretty soon. It's pretty soon. It's gonna be in May, which is like next. So I still have a couple of things I need to do. I had a nightmare where I hadn't written my vows yet, and I was like at the altar, and I was talking to my fiance like, "Wait, you didn't write any either, did you? Because if you have a whole speech and I'm just riffing, this is gonna look bad." Oh, going to my first friend's wedding in May. Aw. Do we get to see the dress? I don't know. I haven't decided. Not before the wedding, certainly, because he hasn't seen it. So I'm keeping it a secret from him. For, you know, superstition and whatnot.
Now, I believe you and your friends have much to discuss.
After. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm not going to, like, put it on for stream, but I may or may not share some wedding photos. We'll have to see if they look nice. You're not wearing a Murloc onesie? That's for the after party.
No, the Nerubians were focused on the core way.
That's how you get comfy.
Part of Zalatat's scheme.
Have I got any loot yet? They gave me a necklace. All right. I was hoping for some more loot. Oh, that'll be good actually. Yes. Okay, perfect. We got another piece of gear. Nice. All right. I should probably wrap up. It's afternoon. Canadian wedding traditions different? Not as far as I know. I tried to look it up because we kind of had the opportunity to do any wedding traditions we wanted to. And I was trying to Google if there were anything, and there's not a lot. Get a weapon soon. Wife and I changed into matching Adidas sweatsuits after a wedding to go out for drinks with friends. Highly recommend. Throw the golden fork behind you instead of the bouquet. Either somebody's getting married next, or hopefully everybody keeps both their eyeballs. Might be some regional ones, not as a whole Canadian. Yeah. Sounds like a wild party. Yeah, I don't know that. I mean, I think it's just going to be really nice to see family. Families traveling from out of town to come see us. It'll just be lovely to see everybody. I don't drink, so at this point in my life, so I don't think I'm going to be like getting lit or anything. Just stay hydrated and see everybody and then rest up for honeymoon. But I don't know. If I'm lucky, I might end up moving around the same time, so I may need to take a bit of a gap from stream, which I'm not looking forward to. I don't really want to take a big break, but I might be gone. Might be out of here. We'll see. Anyways, I am finished for today. We'll be back tomorrow. Maybe a little bit more Warlock leveling. I think that the campaign was the way to go. That was going nicely, so I think maybe you should keep chipping away at that. I appreciate the company very much. Thank you for spending this time with me. Have a magical weekend. If you have good weather, you know, get out there and enjoy it for me. If you don't have a good weather, then I'm sorry. Appreciate the company, and I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day. Bye!